There's a new Star Wars game releasing later this year that's supposed to be larger than we first thought. Star Wars Hunters. Yeah, that game releasing for mobile and Nintendo Switch being published by Zynga. For those of you who don't know, Zynga are the guys who make games like this. Mobile games, cash grabs, if you will, ready to take all your money and leave you with empty pockets and empty wallets. But some new information reveals that Zynga's reputation might be about to change, and this new Star Wars game they're developing will be the first step towards changing their image and delivering a memorable AAA Star Wars title no one was expecting. So how is this possible? Let's find out. So, Zynga have recently posted a bunch of job listings for developers to work on this new Star Wars game. And in these job listings, there's a bunch of information about the new game. And all the new information was consolidated into one place by @StarWarsMore on Twitter. So go check them out. And it's some pretty eye-opening, unexpected stuff. The general feeling I think we all have about this game is that it will be targeted at a casual audience, right? Mobile game developer, don't expect them to make some hardcore, FPS game. Right? I mean, it's being made by a mobile developer. How AAA could it possibly be? Well, that's what's funny about this. All the job listings talk about it being a proper AAA game. So let's break that down. What does AAA actually mean? No, it's not about the batteries. Don't even make that joke. Come on, Andrew. Don't make the battery joke. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Well, it's basically all about the budget, how much money the publishers and developers are spending on the game. AAA usually refers to games being made by a mid-sized or major publisher, typically having high development and marketing budgets. You know how when people talk about movies, they use the term B-movie for a lower budget production? Well, AAA is basically as good as it gets in gaming. Battlefront 2, AAA game. Jedi Fallen Order, AAA game. Squadrons, I'd still call a AAA game because it's created by a giant publisher, EA, with a huge budget, although it is on the smaller side of these kinds of games. So Star Wars Hunters, I think, could fall into that category, a smaller, tightly packed AAA game. Now, Star Wars Hunters will also be the first console game ever published by Zynga, and this is a big deal. Zynga have been around for a long time, since 2007, and have pretty much been the leading mobile and social gaming company in the world. They're on top, so the fact they're stepping into the AAA console scene marks a giant shift in the company's history. Star Wars Hunters is releasing on both mobile and Nintendo Switch, and is also going to support cross-platform play between the two. However, some of the job listings seem to indicate that other platforms may be supported in the future. So we could eventually be seeing the game releasing on PS5 and Xbox Series consoles, and I think this will probably depend on how the game performs and how well it sells. If they make enough money, then they'll put it on the other consoles. So Star Wars Hunters is being developed in Unreal Engine 4, the same game engine used to build Jedi Fallen Order and Fortnite and the Mandalorian virtual sets. But you might be like, what even is this game? How will gameplay work? Who is even involved? Well, not sure there's ever been a Star Wars game made that's going to be like this, because it's kind of completely out of universe. The game is set after the Galactic Civil War, so that's all over. The whole Skywalker thing is over, but this is set on some far out Outer Rim planet, and you basically play as a bunch of nobodies. Star Wars Hunters is a competitive third-person shooter squad-based AAA game, according to what the job vacancies say. And according to the level design vacancies, the maps will have choke points. So areas where, the attacking squad meets resistance from the defending squad before you get to the objective. So they'll be trying to build that into the game, into the maps. And this gives us a little bit more indication about how gameplay is actually going to work. So based on this overview, it seems like the game will be something similar to Overwatch, where you're guiding a payload through the map or completing other objectives. Clearly, I don't play Overwatch. Or similar to another game called Bleeding Edge, which takes a similar approach. It's squad-based, you play as different hero classes, and each of you have different abilities. So I think you'll basically be choosing between a bunch of hero classes, each with different powers and attacks, and competing in arena-based objectives, gladiator style, either trying to take out the other team or trying to complete an objective. objectives. There's a heavy emphasis on squad-based gameplay, and hopefully there'll be both online and offline modes, but playing in a squad is what it's all about. You know, there's going to be a regular class, then there's going to be a fast class with good, speed stats. There'll probably be a heavy with shields and can take a lot of firepower. There'll be a support, medic, that kind of stuff. Playing in a squad, each hero has different abilities, different attacks. One will be more melee focused, one will be for range. It's kind of similar to another EA game released last year, which was Rocket Arena. Do you guys ever see or play that? It's basically 3v3 brawler kind of gameplay, but each class was different. Same thing, it's an arena, small maps, and you're going after an objective. Played it for a day, was good fun, not sure I'd go back. So here's something that might throw you. Zynga are usually known for making cash grabs, right? Hyper casual games that want to keep you playing and coming back over and over again, that require you to empty your wallet if you want to get anywhere in the game, if you want to progress. Well, for Star Wars Hunters, there's a job listing for an economy game designer. So this is the person who designs how in-game currency will work, how things are valued in the game, and how microtransaction systems work, whether they're just cosmetic microtransactions like in Fortnite or Apex Legends, you buy a skin, you buy cosmetic items, or ability-based pay-to-win microtransactions like a lot of Zynga's other games. You pay for this, you unlock this, you pay for this, and you unlock this, or you progress much further in the game. The dirty, dirty stuff, the stuff we don't like to talk about. So that's the common trend for Zynga games, right? But in the job listing, Zynga specifically state they're looking for a vocal advocate of the power of free-to-play gaming. A person who understands deeply and intuitively how free-to-play economies work. Someone who wants to push the boundaries of what free-to-play can be and look for next-gen methods for crafting innovative and fair meta games and economies. So it's all about fair play, about it not being a cash grab. I mean, the game is going to be free-to-play, so it'll have to be monetized in some way, 100% through microtransactions, but they also talk about that they want to respect that our free players are as important to our success as our paying players, and balance systems to respect their time and deliver fun experiences. So, to me, this is a real shift from what Zynga have done before, and says that the game isn't going to be pay to win and will only hopefully have cosmetic microtransactions where you unlock different skins and cosmetics. It's going to be third person after all, so you'll be looking at your character the whole time, and hopefully you can unlock, different lightsaber colors, different blasters, different weapon colors, appearances, outfits, hats, everything. That's the experience we want. And it also looks like Star Wars Hunters will only be the first of more Star Wars games being developed by Zynga. The listings refer to potential future Star Wars games being developed at the company. And it looks like they're going to continue to venture out into the console market, because Star Wars Hunters appears to be being developed by an entirely new studio out of Austin, Texas, made up of new staff and new developers. So originally Star Wars Hunters was being developed by Boss Alien, based in Brighton, UK. This is one of Zynga's studios. They made the mobile CSR racing games, which, as far as mobile drag racing games go, are the best from what I've heard. So it seems like that studio has built a lot of the groundwork for this new Star Wars game, and then Zynga's new studio in Texas will help finish the game off and get it ready for release. They'll be working as partners, And the game could actually be releasing quite soon. According to a recent letter from Zynga to its shareholders, Zynga are expecting their new Star Wars game to enter soft launch in summer this year, so between June and September. Soft launch just means there'll likely be a closed alpha or beta where they open it up to, a limited player base, and then potentially even an open beta for people to test out the game before it releases, and for the developers to iron out any bugs or balancing issues it may have. They're saying it'll be at this stage in the next few months. So to me, this says the game is pretty much almost ready to be played. So I guess the real question we need to ask is if this thing is actually going to be any good. Do we even want a squad-based arena Star Wars game, which won't even feature any characters or heroes we know? From what we know, all the characters in this are going to be new and only based on other characters, like there might be a Mandalorian or a Stormtrooper or a Sith Lord, just generic kind of recreations of other characters. Like I said, the game is set after the Galactic Civil War in the Outer Rim, and there's no word on whether any of this will be canon or not. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Where does this fit into the Star Wars universe? Is there even a story here, or is it literally just a brawler combat third-person experience? But do we even want this? Would you play this? I always say the more Star Wars games we get, the better, especially with the drip feed we've been getting over the past few years. But I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you want to play it? Will it be any any good? Let me know in the comments. And for more on Star Wars games and any updates on Star Wars Hunters, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and join my Discord. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.